Hello, very good morning and welcome to Athavan News Paper Highlights. Today, Wednesday, 16th of March 2016. Newspaper Highlights read by Edward Udedas Devasagayam Pillai. As usual, we have three leading newspapers of Sri Lanka for the highlights: Daily Mirror, Daily News and Ceylon Today. The Daily Mirror highlighted as follows: Government looking to privatize non-strategic investments. Will list another set of non-strategic state-owned institutions in the Colombo Stock Exchange. Finance Minister Ravi Karunanayake yesterday told an investment forum in Singapore that the Sri Lanka government would look at privatizing some of the non-strategic investments to cut public debt. He said the government would be listing another set of non-strategic state-owned bodies in the Colombo Stock Exchange within the next 3 months. The minister said that 3 state-owned entities, Sri Lankan Airlines, the Ceylon Petroleum Corporation and the Ceylon Electricity Board, account for 75 to 80% of the public debt. He said Sri Lanka was aiming at 6 to 9% economic growth in the next 5 years and cutting the country's growing budget deficit to 3.5% of the GDP. FCID examines Shranti's house at Dehiwala. The Financial Crimes Investigation Division yesterday examined a 2-story house currently under construction at Mihundu Mawatha in Dehiwala with a notice at the entrance saying Madam Shranti Wickramasinghe Rajapaksa. A source said the FCID had examined the house on a court order in connection with the ongoing investigation on CSN. Former President Mahinda Rajapaksa's son Yositha was arrested in January and remanded on charges of financial irregularities at the CSN. UNP, joint opposition involved in blackouts. One of the main constituent parties of the government, the United National Party, accused the joint opposition yesterday of sabotaging the economic development program and said that it would shortly make an interesting disclosure on the involvement of joint opposition in the recent blackouts and the ongoing crisis in the power sector. Secondly, let's move to Daily News. Resumption of work approved. Company acknowledges government's announcement. All systems go for Port City project. CHEC Port City Colombo Private Limited, the project company for the Colombo Port City, yesterday acknowledged the announcement by the Sri Lankan government on the resumption of the work on the project. The project company recognized this positive step in moving forward, appreciating the efforts of the government in working towards a mutually beneficial solution. The announcement follows a 1-year suspension of the project, during which time the project company cooperated with the Sri Lankan government by consulting various authorities and complied with their requests. Power supply back to normal by tomorrow morning. The power supply will be brought back to normal by tomorrow morning with the recommencement of operations at the Norachole Coal Power Plant, Power and Renewable Energy Minister Ranjith Syambalapitiya said. The minister said the failure of the Norachole Power Plant was not due to a breakdown but caused by an automatic mechanism introduced for its protection at such a breakdown elsewhere. Syambalapitiya said under normal circumstances, when a coal power plant stalls, it takes nearly 3 days to cool down and start operating. Finally, let's move to Ceylon Today. Death sentence on Seya's rapist killer. Negombo High Court Judge Chamba Janaki Rajaratna imposed the death penalty yesterday on the accused Saman Jayalath for the rape and murder of 4-year-old Seya Sadaumi in Kotadeniyawa, Gambaha. Announcing her verdict in court against the accused, Judge Rajaratna specified that she was handing down her verdict in accordance with Section 296 of the Penal Code dealing with the murder of the child Seya, abducting with the intention of murder under Section 456 and raping her, subjecting the victim to grave sexual abuse under Section 365 and proceeding to kill her. The judge imposed on Yaelath prison sentences of 20 years each for the separate charges of abducting the child, raping and subjecting her to grave sexual and then killing her, explaining that the punishment under law must be consonant with the severity of the separate crimes committed by him. Appoints Ministerial Power Committee. President wants solutions. President Maithripala Sirisena has appointed a 6-member committee to investigate the sudden power outages that were experienced within the country and to recommend to the government to take immediate steps for the preemptive action and alternate solutions. Mother Teresa will be canonized. Mother Teresa will be canonized on 4 September, Pope Francis has announced at a meeting of cardinals to give his seal of confirmation to the decision. The Pope last December sanctioned her canonization process for the Nobel Peace Laureate who died in 1997 aged 87. The Albanian nun and missionary was by far the most high profile of the 5 candidates for sainthood considered by the Vatican panel on Tuesday. With that, let's come to an end of today's paper highlights. We will come with more news tomorrow morning. Thanks for listening to Athavan News Paper Highlights.